Alright guys, and welcome to another part of Kingdom Come Deliverance, a hardcore let's play with all negative perks, right? We have last time finally made it to Trosky, right? And after, sort of like a super turbulent time, we were planning to bring that ladder towards the Trosky, or to Sir Ottovenberg of Trosky, the Lord of Trosky castle. And unfortunately, things did go pretty ugly. We lost our whole companions besides Sir Hans. And yeah, we're now in Trosky. We have literally lost everything. Since we, did, or especially Sir Hans did bring some trouble to the tavern here locally, and
I'll be with you.
Unfortunately, we got to the stocks, right, or to the pillory, and so therefore we literally have nothing left besides our cloth and maybe some items here. By the way, we got also, guys, very nice, that Brunswick poleaxe. I think this was the last thing we did in the last episode. We did pick up the from the journal. We did pick up the Lion's Crest quest, right? And the thing is, it's an armor, and it's sort of like a riddle, and this riddle is about like a lord here, or a knight who famously might have lived here. Obviously it's just a legend, but yeah, he kind of like has his armor spread all over the place here on the map, and so therefore we are able to find it. But the thing is, this is the riddle, and I don't think it's that easy, right? Take a look of Cronin Maiden standing tall behind the gates. I need to think this through, because I have not really any clues yet. And, we're gonna spend here some time today exploring Trosky and see what it has to offer. Obviously, here is the scribe, and the last time we have been here, and we do need to visit this place because they have various books. And as you guys know, we have a sort of like small side challenge to pick up all the books we can get, right? So this is definitely something I would like to do. But it's like the scribe here, and he has some food on the table. The bailiff. We can't talk to him yet. Do we have anything to cook? Yes. I'm just gonna cook them, so to make sure we have some food here available first, alright? Because as you guys know, you're losing a lot of like food pretty fast, right? Yes, Agnes. Guys, wasn't
It curdled a bit.
Wasn't Agnes the one
barging in here for?
who's getting married at this this marriage there in Suchol? This kind of marriage we have to eventually visit. But wait, he does have a quest. Let's talk to him, shall we? Shortly.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project
Is he
the
drunk
Innkeeper
or-
is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the
What?
Gelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean more?
Okay.
You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here?
Fresh graves.
Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough, that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region. Now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it.
What?
I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
Alright, interesting. So we have several new quests, right? Or at least new points of... Oh, there is the... That's the grocer, that's the fresh graves. Oh, there's a new quest, right? That was the quest we just got, I think. And then I would also like to have a look at the point of interest here at the local trader, guys. But let's have a look at this side of the street first, and then we'll go check out the other one. And it's not even that big of a village, right?
Nah.
I mean,
it's a
expect
girl.
obviously
But she
for
came out all hairy,
middle age might be
like a
pretty
black
big,
lamb.
but
That can happen. My younger brother was as hairy as Esau when he was born, but the baby will grow out of it soon enough.
I hope so. But at the christening, it'll look like we brought a puppy to church.
Better than having your baby shit in the font. Trust
What?
me, I speak from experience.
May God grant you good health.
Aye, farewell.
wild story right there. Opera is also here around. Very nice looking house, I really love it. Also very cool design with the... Guys, is this like wine there?
What do you want?
What kind of plant is that?
What does it look like?
I think it is a vineyard plant, or like a,
scribbling nonsense.
you know, for growing grapes and shit.
And that's exactly what I'm paid to do.
I think so. Pretty cool. Oh god. So let's have a look at the trader here real quick. What time is it? Yeah, it's early in the morning, so we do have a lot of time here to spend. I was just walking around, you guys can relax for a second. Do we have lockpicks? We have one lockpick. You know what, I'm not gonna use it right now because I might well lose it. A drying rack. Oh, we can make... Honestly, I'll do this. I will sell some, you know... some of the plants anyway, but the thing is we can make it more durable like this, right? Alright.
Was willst du heute Morgen?
I wanted to ask you, what's on the other side of that nearest hill? I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings. You look like a merchant to me, so you probably know best.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Betty's Tavern. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what do you want
It's like
to
a
know?
German. Okay, we do
Where
not
can
have
I
a
find a
church.
church round here? I'm surprised you don't even have a small chapel in the village.
If you
Yeah,
want.
interesting.
Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest to Aujetz and to St. Catharinen. Herr von Berge does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not for commoners like you. We do not go there either. Und warum auch? The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village, and weddings usually take place without a local priest.
Interesting.
No one wants to pay the church more than they have to. Das ist ja wohl klar.
Can I find other merchants around here?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here around Trosky. Oh, natürlich. There are plenty of tradesmen here who sell their goods. There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives at the other end of the village. The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are a hand in glove, or more like hat in hat.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just that they play at being educated men. Along the scribe Geibel, they are always studying some Latin tracts. But of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin, if he really does at
Yeah,
all.
we have been at the
Is there
scribe
anyone
already.
else here?
Oh, yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka the butcher lives.
That's good to know.
Opposite the Rathaus is the carpenter. The rest of the villagers are just peasants, and you are already familiar with the tavern.
Yeah, so the whole village isn't really that big, right?
Where do you go for wares? What's the closest town?
The closest is Sobotka.
think, you know,
biggest
getting some
Ichi,
information here
what
is
you
pretty
call
helpful for
Ichi.
us.
And further north there is Turnov. Half of that one belongs to Herr von Bergo.
Is it far?
Das kommt darauf an. It takes all day on foot. Wenn du was brauchst, the goods I have here will have to do you. I do not think you will get to the town anytime soon.
Is there anything I should avoid around here?
Certainly. Stirring up trouble and sticking your nose into other people's business. Here in the village, we don't care much for outsiders. If any do come, they better behave.
I understand that, but we were ambushed by bandits. So I wanted to ask if you know anything about that.
Ach so, ich verstehe. The woods have been full of all manner of rebel recently. That is all because of the war. Verdammte Schurken.
So you've already heard about these bandits?
About those ones in particular, or about others. They are all just gleichen Scheißkerle. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort with me. It makes life difficult.
So the roads aren't safe?
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. Herr von Bergo should do something about it at last. But Herr Otto spends more time in Prague than here. And Chamberlain Ulrich... Ach, lassen wir das.
Alright. So we did get some information about the whole situation here,
What
but it
do you have
seems like
for sale?
Troskowitz is like not obviously that big, but compared to the other ones around the area, it is probably the biggest. We also have no real church around here, besides the one, you know, the personal chapel of Sir von Berghoff. We do have a few traders here in town. Yeah, so we did get a bit of a feeling about it. So we do also are able to buy lockpicks here. But I honestly can't really afford this since we only have 5 groschen, guys. So I'm trying to make some money by selling the goods we had found over the time here, right? Especially from like... I mean, you can see, guys, we're literally not making any money at all, but it will give us at least just a little bit. This is literally worth nothing, guys, like 0.1. Oh, this one is actually a bit more worth, 1.7 groschens. Okay, I think we could also see... Yeah, I mean, these ones are already spoiled, right? So I'm gonna just sell these ones, which are surely dying soon anyway. And that one is also pretty much bad. The meat I will keep. I probably will drink this at the evening. We're gonna also sell the Ammonitum Score. I don't think we need. And the sage I'm gonna sell. And also, guys, we can just... I mean, obviously, we can just pick easily... You know, we can easily pick flowers or plants, but the thing is, if we're picking up, we have like a 20% chance or so that we're getting fucked by the, you know, the thing that, that kind of like this negative perk, or we're getting hit, you know, while we're picking flowers, right? So our back is kind of getting destroyed through this, so we'll definitely have to make... or watch out for that. So I'm gonna also sell... I think we can sell 2 bandages. I'm already at 11. That's literally worth nothing. But I'm trying to haggle, so we might get some more money out of it. Can we get to like 70?
What would you say to this?
You won't convince me with this.
15. It's a half groschen more. I'm not gonna risk it to get like a negative reputation. What? Oh, that's the dog. Okay.
And it looked like we'd never agree.
Du wirst sicher
I
zufrieden
mean,
sein.
it's not much, but we're literally at 20 groschen right now, so this is not too shabby actually. I'm pretty happy with it. And obviously we'll have to make... Since we're just getting started...
You can't just stroll
Sorry.
around here.
Yeah, I'm going.
Was that you? Oh. Never mind then.
Oh, never mind then. And then here we have like a small... It looks like the alchemist, right, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Oh, so she's the housewife, okay. Interesting. Let us have a look at... Oh, there's also a house down there. I wonder what's that about. And so we have found the alchemy bench. I would actually like to have a look at the apothecaries, guys. So the apothecary prepared medicines according to carefully studied prescriptions that were passed down through generations. It was one of the few professions that were not organized into guilds. Oh, that's interesting. Making medicines was a difficult job and carried a lot of responsibility. An apothecary had to be university educated and knowledgeable not only in Latin but also in Greek, and had to be able to carefully measure exact doses of medicines and ensure that ingredients were always available. If there was no apothecary in town, a monastic hospital would be available, and if neither was available, people would use the services of wise women, folk herbalists, and lay healers, or ointment makers, who were called charlatans. I remember that one from the KCD one. That was like a pretty well-known charlatan in the game. Their methods of treatment were controversial because in addition to making elixirs and ointments, they used not only herbs but also spells, amulets, and sometimes very unusual ingredients such as frog venom or a hanged man's finger. Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's interesting. I don't know about you guys, but the word charlatan we do also have in German slash Swiss German, which is obviously interesting that it's coming from this time, but you know, we're also using charlatan as someone who's like doing something very fishy slash shady and is mostly, you know, misusing the trust of people, or you know, charlatan is also someone who has literally no expertise but kind of tries to bring sort of like an opinion or of him to the people, which is super sophisticated and so forth. So this is pretty interesting. But yeah, let's have a look. Oh, this is private. Okay, what? Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her.
So it's you. Uh-huh.
So we don't.
Nothing's missing.
So we don't really have the best of reputation here around town. So we'll definitely have to make sure of this. Let's have a look at what he's trading. Also, he's trading. Oh, very good. So he can trade skill books, which we'll definitely make use of. We're also needing... I'm also gonna craft some alchemy here and there, guys, since we need more savior schnapps anyway, right? But yeah, good to know. I think we already own the crafting recipe of making... Yeah, we do have... Sleep heals you faster in difficult quality and supplies faster while sleeping. Okay, so this is pretty good. So we do need nettle and belladonna, guys, so we'll have to find a space for picking up belladonna here. Because I do need savior schnapps, that's for sure. Especially in the hardcore game. But I don't have any spot yet around here. Besides, probably, you know, we're able to buy them. But it doesn't, it's not counted as stealing if you're picking up these flowers. Right? I mean, let's have a look. They have mint here, eyebright. But I could imagine that he's not... Oh. That he's not brewing... planting the belladonna here, since belladonna is... What? It's already damaged. What is damaged? The boots. We need to get a cobbler, guys, or unless I have always bad shoes. I wonder if we can buy... Oh, here is the... No, this is free. It's not counted as stealing, guys. No, this is also free. Cool. Your first alchemy bench. So does this counted as like my personal one? Interesting. Yeah, we're not gonna use alchemy right now, but very cool. So that means we have... Yeah, we're gonna unlock this one here. And then we're gonna unlock this one. I wonder what we need for this one. Yeah, obviously the whole crafting and smithing process is not something we can get into yet. But we know that it's here. So first of all, guys, I would like to have a look at the possible chance of having a
Show me.
of having us. We are able, you know, we are able to buy cobblers, but you see how expensive that is. And we only have 20. Oh my goodness! So I will definitely have bad shoes soon. By just walking around, but hey, here we are. But very nice looking area here, very kind of like relaxing, also very peaceful and humane, right? Now let's also have a look at this house over here, shall we? Furniture. Carpenters and joiners. Let's look at the carpenters and joiners, guys. Carpenters were involved in the construction of castles, courts, churches, bridges, dwellings, and even in making rough furniture or military trebuchets. Although so buildings were already being constructed in the Middle Ages, exactly, residential houses and farm buildings were still made of wood, ensuring that carpenters always had plenty of work. Yeah, imagine that, but I could also imagine that, like, maybe the whole stone work in progress is a bit more expensive. I mean, I think I mentioned that already in one of the previous episodes, right, where we have way much more stone buildings in the cities and, you know, castles, bigger towns and so forth, but not like smaller towns, where there wasn't really that many people who, you know, who had wealth. But maybe I'm wrong, right? An experienced carpenter carefully guarded his skills and passed them on only to a chosen colleague, usually his son. He was particularly cautious with his apprentices. Important tasks such as drawing roof plans were always performed by the master carpenter himself. Among the most challenging tasks was preparing Gothic roofs or trusses. The virtual frames, which could weigh hundreds of kilograms, made the work both difficult and dangerous due to the techniques used. Joiners worked similarly with wood-like carpenters. They mainly focused on furniture production. Oh, okay. So you were sort of like distinguishing between those twos? Both between these twos? Chests, cabinets, chairs. And it's not like the furniture maker, right? Boards were either laboriously sawn by hand from felled trees, or more modernly at water-powered sawmills, where a diverted river stream was used to automatically drive the saw blade. Alright. Interesting.
Good day.
Trosky. I can talk to him, right? I can repair. Okay, but I don't have anything to repair. What does he... Oh, okay, so he has weapons. A pitchfork. Lol. That's cool. And a random staff. Well, how cool is that? It has a blunt damage of 10. Okay, this one is way much more powerful. Holy shit. And it's not even that expensive, guys. I could even afford it. Ooh, that's good. I definitely want to get into archeries at some point as well. And we do also have recipes here, but I can't afford it, unfortunately. Man, like one lockpick literally costs us my whole money.
Take care then.
That is wild. Sorry. I think I definitely might need to pick up some plants here and there to make some extra money, right? Because, I mean... I can't, you know, I have literally no money. Does this guy see us over there? He sees us. But do you guys think I might be able to do this? Did I only... Ah, my goodness. He actually did sauce. Oh no.
Show yourself, you crook. You're a wanted man around here, you thief.
Oh, actually, he did sauce.
I surrender. I've got it in for you, scum. The time has come for you to confess.
Dude, we have
David.
literally stole
If I
2
don't
eggs
find
because
those
we don't
stolen
have...
things on you, you'll pay for them as well.
Yeah. What?
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillory awaits.
So wait, this is actually... This is permanent, right?
Take me away.
Now I'll take those stolen items and see if you have anything else that doesn't belong to you.
Have a look then.
All right then. You don't have anything else stolen on you.
This is wild, guys. We have literally
You won't avoid punishment. Let's go.
We
I'll
have
lock you up in the pillory until you rot.
literally stole 2 fucking eggs and we're getting a punishment of 50. What is that? Like 50 groschen, guys. Remember, like a lot of items are super expensive here. This doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, obviously, maybe that was the practice. By the way, we were only 2 hours in captivity, but why is it already nighttime here? Right, this is crazy. What the fuck? You know, in modern understanding of the law, I call it modern, we would have like the term, you know, in German we have a specific word for this, but I don't know, in English it's like proportional maybe? Where you are getting...
Made a fool of myself once again.
You know, where you're getting punished...
Damn it.
In proportional to what you did. And I think over here, we obviously stole. It was thievery, but it was 2 eggs. And then you had to pay 50 and you were part of the pillory. So, honestly, this not really does make any sense at all. If we're talking about proportion and stuff, but you know, it's their kind of system here. Anyway, so we have, what do we have? I hope we don't have... Oh wait, we also have... Disgraced. Yikes. Oh my goodness. We have literally... we have literally every... negative right now, okay. Let's have a look at the skills here really quick, shall we? We have... Head protection. If you're wearing a helmet, blows to the head will cost 20% less damage, or steadfast. Oh, that's good. Blocks will cost 20% less damage on your shield and weapon will wear down 20% slower by blocking. Exactly. You know, the thing is, we can't really afford a helmet anyway soon, so I'm gonna go with the steadfast. So if you successfully wound an opponent by a strike to an uncovered zone, it will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attacks. Or precise strike. With fully charged sword attack, your sword fighting skill will count 3. Now I'm gonna take the opening strike, that's for sure. Then we also got the heavy weapons, interestingly. Your heavy weapon attacks will be harder for opponents to block with a shield. Additionally, it will take less time to completely destroy an opponent's shield with blows. Or, when you hit an enemy with a weapon, heavy weapon, their armor will count as 10%. Count as 10 lower. I'm probably gonna take this, even though we're not... You know, we don't have any heavy weapons at all anyway. Same appears to the polearm. But I'm probably gonna take this. One chefs take a beating in battle, so it's a good idea not to skimp on the part of the weapon. You don't want to find yourself in the middle of a battle with a broken pole. And yeah, exactly. We're gonna take the hardwood. And then, unarmed, obviously with no weapons. When you get angry, you don't waste time with words and get straight to the point, and then you fuck shit up. After the first strike in combat, or subsequent unarmed attacks will cost you 20% less damage and will be 10% stronger. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. This perk will also activate after performing a stealth takedown. Okay, interesting. Or weapons are overrated. Everyone relies on them and then they're surprised when you've punched them in the face. If you fight unarmed against the opponent with a weapon, your unarmed combat skill will count as 5 points higher. Now I'm gonna take the Villager Brawler. I think this looks a bit more... does really make a bit more sense. But hold up, guys, we need to get something to eat. Probably all of our food is rotten. No, it's not even rotten. All right. Yeah, it was only 2 hours, right? So we should be fine. But you can see how fast, dude, how fast did the energy just lower. And the nourishment as well, guys. We are literally fucked. And with this situation appearing right here, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care and thank you for watching.